Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I would like to teach many of you in very simple terms, in a very, hopefully, concise way, how our bodies work as it relates to inflammation. I'm going to give you, not all, but some of the main culprits to inflammation in the human body. Even though there are outside sources that cause or can cause inflammation in the human body, I am focusing right now on those things internally that we usually ingest. Now, before I begin, I'm going to say this before I touch on these six items, approximately six items. Medication does indeed and can cause inflammation in the human body. Okay, now I'm going to refer to my notes so that I don't leave anything out. I'm going to look down for a moment and I'm going to tell you those six items, maybe plus items, that cause inflammation in the human body. Now, someone may want to know what inflammation is. Inflammation is when, or it occurs when, something foreign is in the human body and it causes an inflamed response, whereby alerting our immune system to fight against it, white blood cells, and so forth. That's inflammation. Now, let me begin with the list. Sugar, white sugar, causes inflammation in the human body. And that's sugar in the form of cookies, cakes, pies, sweets, ice cream, candy. Anything that is made with sugar, white granulated sugar, confectionery sugar, any type of sugar, to include oftentimes an excess of fructose from fruit, natural sugar. That's one. Number two, white bread causes inflammation. I'm talking about biscuits, rolls, white bread, anything that's made with bleached flour or bleached wheat flour, anything that is baked with white flour, cooked with it, that causes inflammation. That's two. Number three, processed meats. That's your deli meats like ham slices, bologna slices, sausages, franks, Mets, bacon. That causes inflammation in the human body. That's three. Number four. Now, this is a stickler. A lot of people don't want you to mess with this subject here, but alcohol does and can cause inflammation in the human body, especially when it's done in excess. It can even be so bad where it can break down the walls of the intestines, the large intestines, the colon, and cause a condition called or known as leaky gut. And that causes even a worse condition. Okay? Alcohol. One of the things that most American people enjoy and have since childhood is pizza. Pizza is highly saturated in oil, trans fats, cheese or dairy, and even sodium. Okay, so, or salt. It causes inflammation. It is one of the biggies, if you will, one of the biggest causes of inflammation in terms of junk food. One of them. Okay, another one that we're familiar with is French fries. Now, even a small order of French fries contains 271 calories approximately, and 164 grams of sodium and 14.5 grams of trans fat. So basically, here is where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the conditions that cause or are responsible for inflammation in the human body as it relates to what we ingest are those things that our bodies don't recognize as food. Do you need a moment to think about this? I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. This is biology. What you put in it is supposed to be biology. If we are natural, then the things that we put in our bodies are supposed to be natural as well. Now, I touched on most of the common foods that we ingest, or the food substances or ingredients that we usually put in our bodies, and they are all associated with inflammation in the human body. Now, be advised also that the longer you continue to eat these types of foods and these food ingredients, it can create even more chronic conditions of inflammation in the human body, and you can become uh, a candidate for cancer. You can have organ failure over a period of time. You can. So, what I'm saying to you is really common sense. It's common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Let me riddle you this again. There are no animals in nature on God's green earth that eat anything that didn't come from the earth. So why are we? No animal in nature eats processed foods or processed ingredients in their foods. They eat from the earth as it was intended to be. Only human beings have this problem where we have to add all of these preservatives, all of these chemicals, all of the pesticides, the herbicides, and the fungicides, and all of the other genetically modified organisms to our food supply that ultimately can kill us. Go figure. I hope this was a benefit to all of you that just watched this. And please think on these things. And I know if we've grown up with these things most of our lives, I know it's kind of hardwired in our DNA, so to speak. It's within our system, it's within our psyche, it's in our mind to eat these things because they continue to advertise them and keep them in front of us all of the time in the media. You watch television, commercials, and advertisements, you're always going to see all of these foods promoted. But they are promoted so heavily because they bring in multiple billions of dollars into the food industry every single year. And they don't care about your and my health. They just simply don't. They care about the bottom line, the profits that they bring. But you better believe that their family is well taken care of. This is Brother Teacher. Have a blessed day, you and yours. And Yahweh does love you, and you know I do. So long.